What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of the Kansas video series. So today is going to be a really action-packed day. We have my grandma's birthday today. We're going to be trying to get more fish for the fish fry at the end of the week. We're also going to be doing a little bit of paddleboard fishing, shooting fireworks, and just having a good time. Today it's just going to be a very, very action-packed day. So y'all are going to have to stay tuned and just hold on to your seats, sit back and enjoy. So we've got the cooler already loaded up with ice. We've got the fishing rods and everything. We're going to head out to the pond, try to catch a couple bluegill for this fish fry. We got catfish, we have a couple bass, so it should be a very diverse fish fry. A lot of different fish to taste, so it should be a good time. Fish for the fish fry, gotta catch some fish for the fish fry. Yes! Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's an eating bluegill right there. Sunfish, whatever you want to call it. Heck yeah. We got you another. Dude, that thing is so pretty. Got some bluegills, some bass, catfish. We eating good. Ain't a bad day when you got a stringer full of fish.
My dad and I fished one time with an electric motor. My dad kept saying, make sure you keep the stringer away from the prop, and I must have forgot in the stringer. We had a huge stringer full of fish, and the prop cut the stringer off and it was gone. All the fish that we'd caught.
That'd be terrible.
He was mad. Yes, G-Paw said a few choice words.
They all pose too.
Daddy.
Mommy. I'm sweating so bad. Oh my gosh. Look how many thistles are on those boots. I guess I broke them in. The best way you could break them in is by getting them in the mud, all in the thistles and the tall grass. You gotta love it. So we just got out of the lake. I have never in my life picked so many ticks off of me. I picked 16 ticks off of me while we were fishing. But the good thing is we have a Yeti full of nice big old bluegill, and we also have a couple bass mixed in. So we have a whole stringer full of fish that we can mix in with the catfish. So we're gonna be eating good. So I think what I'm gonna do now is go out on the paddleboard and try to catch a fish on the frog. I have never caught a fish on a frog here, and I've never caught a fish on a paddleboard before. So I wanna check that off while we're here and just have some fun this evening. We gotta do that. Then we're gonna have a little cookout for my grandma and shoot some fireworks and just hang out, have a good time. And later on, I think we're gonna do some catfishing and I don't know, we're just gonna see where this night leads. Oh no, why'd you lift him up? Frogfish, baby. He absolutely crushed that thing. What a chunky largemouth bass. Right on the frog, hooked him right in the side of the mouth. I threw it right up in that little cove right there, brought it off the bank, and he just destroyed it. Oh, yes. That is stinking awesome. Doesn't get any better than that. Frog fishing here in Kansas. Gotta love it. You gotta stinking love it. And also, I didn't even say I'm on a paddleboard. I'm literally paddling around and casting right up against the bank. So that's pretty sweet. The first fish I've ever caught on a paddleboard. Check that one off the list. Ching-ching! I just broke my line. There was a knot in my line on my fishing pole, and I'm hand reeling it in with pulling the line right now while Dad's holding the pole.
Yeah. Here, I'll hold his head up. Yeah, good. Nice. That's a good one.
Dude.
Nice. That's a nice
Dude, that's a pretty fish. Heck yes, that's crazy. I broke the line and I was gonna pull it back in because it had a knot. And I go to pull it in, there was tension on it, so I just set the hook by pulling the line, and I gave Dad the pole and started pulling it in. And
was that out there?
Yeah.
Just right there, yeah.
That guy was on it. That's crazy. See you, buddy.
this one.
Boom.
And then when this is over, light that one.
Hey!
That's it. That's all we got.
All right, go home. Get off my yard.
Get a lighter. That's it.
Happy birthday, G-Ma! So what we're gonna be using for bait tonight as we're catfishing is these little bluegills. We're just gonna hook them right through the back and chuck them out there. We got me, Miley, Emily, and then Dad's coming down here. But that is our bait for the evening. We're gonna get them hooked up and thrown out there, see what we can catch. We got a big fish fry coming up at the end of the week, so that's what we're trying to catch, a bunch of fish so we can feed the family.
I literally just chucked it back out. Yes!
We had Dad behind the camera. My pole almost got yanked into the water. So this is a bluegill that I had thrown out there. I mean, it's a pretty good size. It's about the size of my hand. And this fish absolutely choked it. So I was looking out there. I had my rod casted, I mean, just right off the side of the dock over there. And we were looking at it, just talking, just hanging out. I was like, where the heck did my bobber go? And I knew it was just right off the side of the dock. Neither one of us saw it, so I start reeling down trying to figure out where the heck it was, and I ended up having a fish on the end. So Dad runs over to the camera, and I go to set the hook, and it had the fish in its mouth, but it didn't have it all the way to where the hook was gonna get set in its mouth, so it just spit the fish. Dad sits back down, I cast my rod back out, then I set it down, or set my rod down to come back over to the camera to make sure the settings and everything were good. And my rod starts getting yanked into the water. I literally had to jump onto the ground before my rod went into the water. And it was like, I don't know, 5 seconds. It was literally like 5 seconds while my bobber was out there, and it started reeling it in and caught this thing.
Watch it be a huge bass. Oh, I see him. I see. Oh, that's a good one. Dude, that's a good one. Let's go. All right, here. You scoot back. I'm going to grab him and throw him. Easy. Easy, bud. Oh. Nice. Yes.
Let's go.
Dude, you got him. That's a stinking good one. That's a good eating size right there. Heck yes. We got him. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heck yes. Look where the hook is on that fish. It's right on the tip of his mouth. I barely got that thing. And that was on a whole live bluegill. Another one on the stringer, baby. Oh, we got him, baby. We got him. Oh, he's going up under the dock. Oh, dude, that's a freaking mondo. He's a mondo. Look at him. Oh.
Huge, dude.
No, don't grab the line, just grab the fish.
Oh, dude.
You have to. Grab him, put your fingers up underneath the gill. Okay? Oh. Well, here, you grab my pole. Easy. If he's going under the dock, just bring him out like that. Just slowly, if you can, just bring him up towards me. No, just lift with the pole, just slowly. God, dude, look at the head on that thing.
Shark.
Dude, that thing is freaking giant. Easy. Easy. Oh, that is a freaking stud. Mamacita. Jiminy Christmas. Oh. All right, buddy. Easy. That is one of the biggest catfish I've ever caught out of a lake. 100%. Oh, he just crapped himself all over the dock.
Ew.
That's nasty. Look at the stinking head on that fish. Jeez Louise. Oh, you're getting duty on me. That's insane, man. That is plenty. Holy crap, guys. That is one of the biggest catfishes I've caught out of a lake. I did not expect to catch that fish tonight. I thought we'd catch a couple more smaller ones, but I will take that. These were the bluegills that we were hooking through the back and tossing out there. So we were using live bait, and these fish were hammering it. So we have 4 or so in here, and I'm just gonna dump them back out because we ain't gonna be using them. So they get another chance. They get lucky. We got old Jim Bob on a stringer now. That is a freaking good grief. That's gonna be good eating. But I got him on the stringer. We're gonna go ahead and toss him into the water after I get him tied up. Well, we'll see you in the morning, buddy. So before we head to bed tonight, I'm trying to be kind of quiet because everybody's asleep. My grandma asked me to set out some live traps. I think we have an armadillo on our hands. So we have a little bit of tuna. I cut up some paper plates, and we have a live trap there, and we have a little live trap right there. And the hole is right up under here if you guys want to check this out. It's right up underneath her house, as you can see. But we're pretty positive that it is an armadillo because there's a bunch of scratching and holes dug in the yard, and they like eating worms and that kind of stuff. So I looked up on the old great Google, the interwebs, and tried to figure out what I could put in a live trap to catch one. And it said sardines, worms, that kind of stuff. So I have tuna, and we're just gonna give it a shot tonight, see what happens. But we're gonna bait these up and get them set. See if we can have an armadillo in the trap tomorrow. I'm just gonna take some of this tuna, I guess just barehanded. I'm just gonna set it on this paper plate. A nice healthy portion. Now we're just gonna slide it up into this trap without making the trap go off on us. All right, that's good.
It's pretty flat though.
So a big mistake that a lot of people do, this little lever right here, they'll push it all the way in, and it's gonna take a lot of pressure. It's still gonna work for like bigger animals, but if you want something a little bit smaller, I guess like, I don't know how big this armadillo is, or if it's an armadillo, it could be a skunk. That'd be awful if it was a skunk, but anyways, what you're gonna wanna do is set it like a hairpin trigger, so barely on the edge. So as soon as something steps on it, you can barely do it with your finger, it'll close. All right, that one's set. Now let's go over and set the big trap.
Yeah.
All right, we're catching a cat. All right, so that's 2 traps set. We're gonna leave it overnight, and we'll catch you guys right back here in the morning if we have anything.